This is the oldest trick in the book. Just smear the populist movement. Smear the deplorables. Hillary Clinton tried that. We saw how it turned out. David, the reason that Donald Trump and the populist movement rose is because of the administration you worked in, right? You keep talking about the ability to make these decisions and how great a decision you're making, all these scumbags and thieves that are in the populist movement. The reason you don't like it today is liberal democracy, and people, the concept of the economists is illiberal democracy. The reason you call it that is because Orban is winning with 70% of the vote. Di Maio and Salvini are winning with 2/3 of the vote. Captain Bolsonaro wins with 55% of the vote. Donald Trump wins with over 300 electoral votes. Tough. In the watch of President Bush, we saw the inexorable rise of China and was told there was the second law of thermodynamics. Right? They were going to become a liberal democracy and a free market capitalist. And we watched the beginning process of the deindustrialization of the United States, shipping all the manufacturing jobs over there. If you read J.D. Vance's Hillbilly Elegies, the great sociological study of the deplorables, it shows you a direct correlation between the factories that left, the jobs that went with it, and the opioid crisis. They took away people's self-worth and dignity. The second was the great decisions and the $7 trillion. That's Brown University, Watson Center. That's not Breitbart. That's their analysis of what it costs on these wars that we still haven't won and are still in 17 years later. 10,000 dead, 40 or 50,000 combat casualties, and $7 trillion spent. And the last is the financial debacle on their watch. It's pretty easy to sit here with all these highfalutin terms and how racist. The populist movement is not racist. Look at the economic benefits that are coming through President Trump's policy. And if you believe for a second his thing about Obama, he didn't understand the math between $880 billion and $4.5 trillion. It's pretty easy to create things when you're flooding the zone with capital and destroying the basics of the Judeo-Christian West family, which is saving. You cannot save anymore. You don't have a pension plan. That is all the work of the great elites of the permanent political class that look at the populist movement as a bunch of racist, nativist xenophobes. Well, it's not. It's the backbone. They're the backbone of our country, the most decent people on earth. Here in Canada, you're built upon your same building blocks of the little guy, the little person. What do you call it? For the common good.